Okay, right now, um, today I will be going to Shopko, but I can't promise that I will buy that 1970's Shopko shopping cart due to facts I could make my husband real mad if I bring that thing home. Because it does take a lot of room. I mean, secondly, I don't know if Shopko would let me into their lawn and garden gate and dig that out of that group of shopping carts, especially since it's rusted, and pulling it out and hauling it to my car. So, just so everybody's aware, there's different factors in that. I mean, and and if I was able to, without getting yelled at or anything, I mean, it's not like Shackles can be able to kick you out of the store, you know, for going and grabbing it after you paid for it first. Because they are closing anyway. So, but like I said, you still gotta think on them lines. And two, I'd have to think if I bought it, where would I put it, and what would I do with it? Another shopping cart. Yeah, it'd be a project, not to say the least, because I'd have to sit there, sand that rust off down, and then do the painting outside where I tried to re-chrome the handlebars. But then over time, it would just rust back over again. I mean, because you'd have to spray like a clear coat over it and all that good stuff. But, um, there's just a lot of factors, and, um, yeah, also with, I think even with the way things have been going, it's like, I haven't really seen any different shopping baskets at either Shopko that all of a sudden appeared. Just so everybody knows, I don't think they had any hidden that were different, but you never know. But like for me, I did used to work at Shopko hometown. The one I used to work at is in Arcadia now. It's so far away since I moved where if I was still living around Blair, within a 30-minute drive, and I probably would have been filming that, and I probably would have had a Pomida cart instead of a Shopko cart. Because my parents wouldn't have cared what I bought, but they would have been warning about, where would you sit the thing, you know. But right now, what we found out from talking to this other person, that we gotta search for grants to see if they would cover the closing cost. And they said, or if you could get lucky enough where the seller covers the closing costs for you. And I'm like, well, that'd be hard to do because it's like, what seller's gonna feel that they gotta be Christian enough to cover the closing costs when we don't have the money to, you know, especially when we live around Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin right now. But, um, and that's the thing too. There's gonna be more stores that are gonna close, I think, in the future. But as Shopko got their Instagram back up and running, it was also gone the last I checked, and then today, after so many weeks, I checked searching for them again. It reappeared. So it's like, wow. And in some cases, I do wish they would come back and, start little. That's what I hate to say. Because it's like, in some cases, like us in Wisconsin, yes, I'll admit, we never heard of Ames or Hills. We never been inside one. Unlike the ones that are in other states that probably have. The only time we've seen them is watching it on a YouTube video. So, probably the same with them people in that region. They never seen it or heard of Shopko or Promida until YouTube. Until they see it on YouTube and they're like, what is that, Because even I never heard of Woolworths until my husband started talking about it, and it's like, I never seen a Woolworths, and he said, well, it closed while you were probably a baby. And I was like, oh. Because I know I never seen Montgomery Ward, but I've heard of it. Because, like, my mom, she always told us about it. It closed in the 70's, though. Montgomery Ward. But, so, if I am successfully able to get that 1970's Shopko shopping cart, it'll be sitting in the garage, but it'll be a project. A restoration project, literally. But I don't know if Shopko would allow me to go in there, because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to be called security on. I don't want to be called the cops on. So, like I said, that's where I said you'd have to pay for it first, but you'd have to hold. Because if you wind up having in our cart, you could always, if you had to, and they say the black ones, yeah, you can't get your money back, but you could always take it to sold for you if you had to, But if you're successfully able to get that one, like I said, and that's the thing we gotta think about. I don't know if they would allow me to, because like I said, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not gonna go in there and take it and then try paying and hauling and running off with it, Especially if they don't allow you to. Because all their sign says it, obviously, like I showed in other videos, it just says carts above corral. So I would assume it'd be alright to buy it. So I mean, if I buy it, it's a restoration project, obviously. But it would make my husband real mad at me. So, like I said, I ain't gonna jump at it and buying it quite right away when I go in there in this store. It's gonna be, think about it. Think over what the consequences would be if I bought it, and what the consequences would be if Shopko doesn't let me in there, too. So, there's a lot of different things. I mean, it could be they're just selling the black carts and not them other ones that are in their lawn and garden gate. I mean, it's wide open where anyone can walk in there. But they could have cameras in there, and there's always someone watching their footage, So, I mean, you're not going to be stealing or anything or going where you shouldn't. So, I mean, they did used to have probably flowers in that, over in that section where you could physically walk over to there. But they probably had stopped at some point. for reasons. So